You might be wondering what these rocks near Mossel Bay have got to do with Springbok greats of the past. Well, they actually helped create the nimble footwork of probably the most evasive fly half of his era. It was here while on school holiday that he would jump from rock to rock on a pair of very thin legs. Later, those same legs were to give rise to his nickname, Kivit.
Brewis had all the attributes of a great fly half: judgment, the ability to kick with both feet, to pass sharply and accurately to left and right, plus a highly developed competitive instinct. But his greatest quality was the ability to think and act a split second faster than anybody else. Hans Brewis made his debut against the 1949 All Blacks, and in his short but outstanding career, he never played in a losing test side. Dr. Donnie Craven remembers when the first post-World War II Springbok side was selected and where this nickname, Kivit, originated.
So we went to a place in Bill Schreiner, the chairman, said we must go to a place where nobody can find us because everybody will be looking for us all over the place in Cape Town. Remember now, this was the first Springbok team that had been selected after the war, and it was to be a new Springbok team altogether. Jan Lotz was the only one who had a chance, and well, he did not make it, not during the trials. Anyway, then we went to the Olympic Club, thinking that nobody would find us there. And as we walked in, the steward came to me and he said, "There's a phone call for you." That's for me. And there was somebody from Pretoria ringing up saying, "I just want to remind you that we have a pair of halfbacks here in Northern Transvaal who should play for South Africa, and if you don't select them, there will be trouble." I said, "Look, I'm not talking to you about it." He said, "Hansie Brewis and 42 anyway, and put them in." It so happened not because of his threat that those two were selected. And that's where I dealt with him again, because I had to look after Springboks. And when he came there, I gave him the nickname of Kivit, because I've never seen a rugby player with such thin legs who could kick a ball so far and who could sidestep the way he did and was so quick off the mark. And then I called him Kivit.
But strangely, the build of the man had little to do with his talents. Oki Geffen, a rugby legend in his own right and teammate of Kivit, explains.
Well, this was one of the greats. I mean, we're talking about, we have a look at what's on the fields today, you know, this is modern rugby today. But there was a man's man. He wasn't a big man. He was thinly built, but he had a heart of a lion.
Foni de Toy, Hans Brewis' provincial partner in the Northern Transvaal side, would rise to great heights with Hansie. They were more than teammates, they were great friends. But how did they meet?
Well, Gavin, I think it was in 1941 when Brewis came from Oudtshoorn to Pretoria. And it happened at one practice at Loftus where I met him. And then he was staying in a police college, and he said to me, "Listen, I'm not happy where I'm staying. Do you think I can come and share your room where I was staying in a boarding house?" So I said, "Yes, you're very welcome." And then I met him in 1941, and after all these years, we're still great, great friends. Of course, there are many things about Hans Brewis. He was so lazy, he was not keen to practice. Why, I don't know. And another thing, he never read a rule book. I often said to him, why don't you study this rule and then this? He says, I haven't got time, I know enough. So this is how we carried on, 1941. And we shared this room. We stayed at the same boarding house together for I don't know how long, until Hans got married, I think in 1946. He got married out of the room where we were sharing, and he never even informed me he was getting married that day. And that was the day that we played Western Province in the Currie Cup final, 1946, that evening. I only realized that Hans got married at the reception. He and Priscilla, his wife, arrived at the reception to come and say goodbye to us. And they went on honeymoon.
The year was 1949. The occasion, the second test between the All Blacks and South Africa, here on the hallowed turf of Ellispark, albeit not in the surrounds of this modern showpiece. In the first test, Oki Geffen had kicked 5 penalty goals for South Africa. And here in the second test, on this self-same spot, Hannes Brewis scored that truly remarkable and legendary try. In fact, the first try in South African rugby post-war history. Was this perhaps his greatest moment?
I think definitely, Gavin, definitely. If you are referring or if you are thinking of the 1949 second test at Ellispark, you are 101% correct. It happened on the northwestern side of Ellispark. Jordan hooked the ball and I got the ball, but the scrum swung clockwise. When I steadied myself, Kearney was on top of me. I dummied and I feinted a kick to the corner flag, and then I shot through. I was lucky.
Chol Lateghan, a great centre in this era alongside Brewis, once said, and this perhaps sums him up perfectly, the Sarge was an artist. In conclusion, Fonnie de Toy and Dr. Craven.
Well, I have played with quite a few flyers, and I think Hans' strong point and his best asset really was the getting off the mark. He was so quick off the mark, and his handling, he had very good hands. And his kicking, he could kick a ball wherever he wanted. There was no trouble with the kicking on his hands.
You talk to anybody during his term of duty, and you'll find that they will like Hansie Brewis, as we all like